New year, new me. We often make these big New Year resolutions like I'm going to go to the gym consistently or I'm going to eat clean food and avoid junk. And we actually end up following these for the first few weeks. But eventually, our motivation sort of dies down and we end up going back to square one. One of the biggest reasons why this happens is because we rely too heavily on motivation to carry us along the journey. But the one thing that we need to understand is when you're making a lifestyle change, motivation is not going to cut it. Now, I'm not saying that motivation is a bad thing, but motivation is basically external influence. You look at somebody else, you see him, you admire him, you want to be like him, that's motivation. Motivation is great to make that first initial step to get you off the couch, but to keep you consistent and to keep you going, especially during the difficult times, motivation is not going to be enough. The only thing that's going to truly force you to bring about a change in your lifestyle is the voice from within. You have to truly want to make a change in your lifestyle in order to be able to stick to said changes. So let's say you want to work out consistently. The only way you're going to be able to do that is if that voice comes from within. Not by watching someone else's workout video, not by watching somebody else's transformation video, not by watching any external factors. It has to come internally. Now, if you've clicked on this video, chances are that 50% of the work is already done and the voice has already come from within and you're looking to make a change in your lifestyle. You probably are asking yourself, what kind of lifestyle changes do I need to make? What kind of changes do I need to incorporate into my life in order for me to come out a better version of myself? If these are the questions you're asking, you have come to the right video, because in today's video, I'm going to be covering 5 lifestyle changes you should make to make 2024 your year. Lifestyle change number 1, start working out. Now, under normal circumstances, I wouldn't have spent too much time explaining why this is important, but there are a lot of you that, number 1, don't understand the importance of working out, and number 2, have the wrong concept of working out. Let me explain. For the few of you that don't believe that working out is important, well, firstly, you're wrong. Secondly, let me try summarizing in the easiest way that I can why working out is going to be beneficial for you. Being physically active helps with your mental health, it helps you manage your weight, it reduces your risk of disease, it strengthens your bone and muscles, and it just helps you perform everyday activities much better. Now, ideally, I don't think I should spend any more time telling you why you should work out, but a lot of you have the wrong concept of working out. And what I mean by that is, most of you think working out is going to a gym, lifting weights, getting big biceps, getting six-pack abs, and that's complete nonsense. A lot of us live in that misconception that you have to go to a gym and you have to, do traditional weightlifting in order to get fit. But that's not the case, and I understand that that can be intimidating for a lot of people. The good news is, working out is a much broader spectrum, and there's plenty of other things you can do in order to keep yourself healthy and in good shape. You can go for a walk, you can go running, you can go cycling, you could even play a sport. If the gym is not for you, you do not have to go to one. All you need to do is find one avenue of fitness that you enjoy doing, and it's just going to eventually become automatic, because if you truly enjoy it, it's not going to feel like an obligation, it's not going to feel like a chore, it's just going to feel like something you look forward to, and that's the best way to stay consistent. Along with the benefits that I already mentioned, regular exercise makes you look better, it makes you feel better, and in turn ends up boosting your confidence. Remember, this is a lifestyle change, so this is something you're going to implement long term, which is why I insist on you finding an exercise or a movement that you enjoy doing, because then it's going to be so much easier incorporating it long term. Lifestyle change number 2, diet. So, you've overcome the first obstacle of working out. You've found an exercise that you enjoy doing, you've built consistency. So the natural next step of the process is to fix your diet. Having a good diet is so important because it's essentially the one thing that's fueling your body. It's every single thing you intake, and based on what you intake, your body is going to perform accordingly. So the higher the quality of food you intake, the higher the quality of your body's performance. The problem with junk food is most of these foods are very calorie dense, they're high in sodium, they're deep fried, they have very little nutritional value. While it's okay for you to indulge in these things once in a while, consuming them frequently is a recipe for disaster. What you should be doing is eating a wide spectrum of foods. By that I mean consuming fruits, vegetables, getting good sources of protein into your body, getting good carb sources, getting good fat sources. It's also worth mentioning that a regular diet is not going to be able to provide you all the nutrients that you require, which is where supplements come into the picture. Lifestyle change number 3, reading. Do you guys know what the attention span is of the average human being? It's 8.25 seconds. I'll say that again. 8.25 seconds. Just for context, that's lesser than a goldfish. The reason why I'm saying we're evolving backwards is because our focus and attention is at an all-time low. We're becoming forgetful. We're so easily distracted. I mean, if that's not evolving backwards, I don't know what is. Most young people today aren't even able to hold a proper conversation with another person. That's how bad things are getting. And in my opinion, the biggest factor for this is social media and the internet. Videos over the years have only gotten shorter and shorter and shorter, and it's come to a point where people struggle to even get through a 30-second video. The only way they're going to get through a 30-second video is if it's super engaging and it completely grabs their attention. Otherwise, they're not even going to watch it, they're just going to scroll past it. And it's become so easy for us to pick and choose our content that our brain, we don't realize, our brain is turned off when all of this is going on. We're just mindlessly scrolling for hours and hours and hours, and there's little to no value to be gained from this content. Sure, you might come across 1 or 2 educational videos on your feed, but because of the lack of focus that we have, and because of how forgetful we are, and because of the fact that our minds are just turned off, we never really grasp these videos. So by the time we've locked our phone, we've already forgotten about it. That is the reason why one of the lifestyle changes I want you guys to make is to read more. Reading is honestly one of the best hobbies a person can have. It educates you, it increases your vocabulary, it improves your focus, it improves your attention. I'm not saying you need to open an encyclopedia and just start by-hearting facts and figures. That's not what I'm asking you to do. All I'm asking you to do is dedicate 15 to 20 minutes of your day and just read like 10 pages. Just read 10 pages, and trust me, you will see such a difference in your personality, in how you talk to other people, in your focus, in your attention. It's unreal. In fact, you can literally tell the difference between a person who reads and a person who doesn't read just in the way they speak to you. That's how much of a visible change it is. So, if you're someone who's looking to make a big change, reading is something you must incorporate. Lifestyle change number 4, meditation. Now, when I say meditation, I don't mean go and sit on a rock in a forest and meditate for hours like a monk. That's not what I mean. I'm just saying that you need to take out 10 minutes of your day, sit in a quiet environment and just reflect on your thoughts. Just see what's going on in your head. It's so important for us to reflect on these thoughts because our brain is constantly working. It's tirelessly working. And if you don't pay focus and if you don't pay attention to it, it tends to spin things out of control. It's very easy for our brain to blow things out of proportion. I struggled a lot with mental health because I was constantly living in the future. I was constantly thinking of how I was going to make money, how I was going to support my family, whether I was even going to be a success or not. All these things just kept stressing me out. It was only once I started meditating that I realized that I was so busy being focused on the future that I wasn't paying any attention to what was going on in my current situation. I had so many things to be grateful for, I had so many things to be thankful for, but I was too busy stressing on something which hadn't even come yet, which I didn't even know would even come. I was just blowing things out of proportion. So the only way I got back on track was through meditation, and I genuinely believe that each and every one of us should take some time out every single day to reflect on our thoughts, because Your mind is really powerful, but if you don't control it, it can very easily begin to control you. Trust me when I say meditation has done wonders for me, and I hope that you guys also try it, and I hope it does the same things for you as well, because it honestly saved my life. Lifestyle change number 5: sleep. Now, this one sounds like the most obvious one, but very few of us actually do it right. The average adult requires around 7 to 8 hours of sleep every single day, but I know for a fact that most of you are sleeping like 4 to 5 hours, even lesser probably. Sleep plays such an important role in our lives because it's our body's way of resting and recovering. People who get enough sleep fall sick less often, they stay at a healthier weight, they have a lower risk of getting serious diseases like diabetes and heart disease, they have reduced stress, their mood is significantly better than people who don't get enough sleep, and they're able to perform jobs like studying and work much better than people who aren't getting enough sleep. Every single time you wake up, do you wake up fresh or do you wake up feeling lethargic and tired? That's literally your body telling you you've not had enough sleep. If you wake up the next morning and you're like, damn, I'm feeling lazy, I should just get like 5 more minutes of sleep, or I don't feel like going for work. It's literally your body saying it's not rested enough. But despite that, every single day we choose to just ignore what our body is telling us, and we just think that sleeping 3 to 4 hours is more than enough. And while you might get away with it in your younger years, once you grow older, it's definitely going to start catching up to you. I know it sounds very obvious and it sounds easy to do, like 8 hours of sleep, I can easily do that. But try to sleep for 1 week, try to sleep for 8 hours every single day for 1 week. You'll know exactly what I'm talking about. And once you realize how difficult it is for you to sleep consistently for 8 hours in a day, you realize the seriousness of the issue and you will start fixing your sleeping schedule. So there you have it. Those are the 5 lifestyle changes you need to make 2024 your year. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. I really hope you found it useful. I hope you found it insightful. I plan on uploading a lot more videos on self-improvement, and if you guys want to see some of the other videos that I have in store, please smash the subscribe button. Also, if you found this video useful, please like the video. It gives me the indication that you guys found the video useful. If you guys have any ideas for content, please be sure to drop it in the comments. If you have any suggestions, if you have any feedback, that is also greatly appreciated. I myself am on a journey of self-improvement, and I'm looking to build a community of like-minded people, and I would love to have you guys along with me on this journey. If you guys want to be on this journey with me, please subscribe, and until I see you guys in the next video, take care.